This is why the Lord Yahweh Yahushua taking Esau off the leash, man. This is why Esau being sicked on you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. This is goofy as hell. This is some real goofy stuff, man. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Kakadash, the ones, the apostles of GMS, and salutations to those out there pushing up forth this word and setting a standard, all right, righteous standard for our people that's had long been tossed out, all right. I'm Yalak Marah from the Shepherd of Berea camp. It says her parents gave her a choice about her hair. She wanted a haircut like her daddy. All right. It says train up a child in a youth so they know which way to go. The fuck she gonna know? How she gonna know which way she gonna go? So she gonna choose a haircut like her dad. What happens if she, like the priest Shami Wallace said, what happens if she start wanting box like her dad? You know, what happens if she want a rod like her dad? At what point does this stop? You see, then she's gonna go on these classes with her friends, and she's gonna look like a boy. Oh no, this is where the whole confusion starts. This is an off spirit. Family lets Tyler make a decision on her hairstyle. She wanted a haircut like her father. This is wicked as all hell, and shame on the parents. All right. And hey, at the end of the day, because you ain't raising up your daughter the right way, she gonna catch a judgment. This is exactly why all of this stuff that's because this behavior is a cause and effect. This behavior brings forth judgment. It brings forth judgment. It brings forth death. It brings forth destruction. All right, and our people are not all the way mindful. We see. Hey, matter of fact, let me get this precept at the Let me get this precept at the Let me get this precept right here. The priest Malakwa shared out. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. Matter of fact, I'm going to start from 21. She crieth in the chief places of concourse and the openings of the gates. This is wisdom. In the city, she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones? Will ye love simplicity? How long is this shit going to be set up? And y'all love simplicity. It got 52,000 likes. 52,000 likes. That means 52,000 people was in agreement with kids making decisions of their own. Now, we already know what the kids making the decisions of their own ultimately leads to. All right. It leads to that agenda of pedophilia. Because if a kid, basically in their belief system is that if a kid can make his own decision on having sexual intercourse with a grown ass adult, you see, that's what it ultimately leads to. And some parents might not even care. Some people there's a lot of people who agree with it. That's why it's an idea. That's why it's a concept. See, that's why we say, yo, man, this is wicked. Because this is at what point does it stop? You can't just say, oh, let her make a decision on her. Basically, that's a freedom of mind. You ain't governing her mind. You ain't controlling her mind. This whole thing is about controlling your mind to know what's right from wrong. This life ain't about doing what you want. That's what Satan gives you the thing. You can do what you want. You can be who you want to be. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody put boundaries on you. Nah, that's some BS because there's rules to nature. A lion can't just be a fish. It don't matter how much that nigga stare at the water and he think about swimming down to the bottom of an ocean, and jumping out like Free Willy. He never going to even think like that. But even if the lion did, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. If you think it so hard, you can become it. This is the bullshit that they push on the society. And it is crap, man. It's crap, man. It really is. That's why in Genesis, the angels and them came down. Because they said, yo, the thoughts of these people, he said, yo, man, the minds of these people was the same thing in Genesis, the 6th chapter. The angels came down on Genesis, the 6th chapter. The angels came down in Genesis, the 11th chapter. And it was all about the hearts of the people. He said, yo, listen, their hearts the imaginations is going too far. Just get out of hand with stuff. You know what? Let I seen another, it'd be so much stuff It says, how long ye simple ones will you love simplicity and scorn is delight, and their scorning and fools hate knowledge. Hey, you're going to hate knowledge. It says train up a child, but you're going to hate that. You're going to hate giving her, you're going to hate that somebody say that's wrong. Oh, this is my child. I'm going to let her make her own decisions. Yeah, well, letting her make her own decisions affects other people's children too. Because now somebody got to walk around and see a lie. You know? Somebody got to walk around and see her. She's wearing a dress. Now that makes boys think, oh, wait, boys can wear dresses? Oh, no, she's not a boy. She's a girl. But she got a haircut just like a boy. It's confusing. And you especially, them babies, when they that young, right? When they that young, when they're at 3 or 4 years old, they didn't really develop to defer as much. Only thing that defers them is their hair, all right? A little bit of their voice and, their discrete body parts, of course. But she would look just like a boy because you ain't going to say, oh, no, you could tell the feminine features. No, most kids, they ain't going to develop that until a certain age, right? They're going to develop like facial hair and their voice start changing until they start getting a little old, start getting older. Anyway, this is wisdom, Proverbs chapter 4, verse, what does it say? Let me get this. Train up a child. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Train up a child. Let's go into that word train. Look at the definition. Instruct, teach, coach, tutor, give lessons to, school, educate, upskill. All right? It says to teach. Right? Teach a child what? In the way he should go. All right? And it's speaking with the he, because this is written, of course, in a manly tense, but it's also saying for their daughters. Train up and teach them in a way that they should go. No, you can't want to be like how daddy is. Right? You should want to be like how mommy is. Because you're going to have the same body parts of mommy. You're going to have the same hair texture of mommy. So that's what you're going to follow. You're not going to be like daddy, no matter if that's in your mind. And that needs to be something that's set out and understood. It says, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Right. When they're old, they're not going to break from that. Now, this world, of course, is always going to give a loophole or another outing for an alternative way of thinking. Right. Because this is under Satan's agenda. And those who agree to it, they're going to consent to it. It is what But at the end of the day, with this being a question of something to even focus upon, that's wicked. The parents are wicked for allowing that to happen. All right. Then posting it online and showing the people that. I mean, it's just a whole agenda behind everything. You got some people that give their kids a tattoo. You got some people that let their kids. I seen one video where kids smoking. I mean, you just let kids just do whatever they want. Whatever come to mind, they'll just do. And the scripture says, train them up. Well, I'm not gonna be long-winded with this. I just want to get this. I was getting this in 2nd Esdras 16. Because you're not mindful of why we're getting judged. You're not mindful of what this brings forth. 2nd Esdras 16 and 19. Behold, famine, plague, all right, this whole disease that's being passed forth. All right, how the fuck you gonna make it? How are you making decisions like that? She need, how you gonna make decisions like that? With all of this stuff going on, why is that even being promoted? It says the beginning of sorrow. It says, Slaki. It says, behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for a moment. So when a famine come, a lack of bread, when a plague come, like this major disease, when tribulation come, the financial effects of these things, anguish, all right, when they come, They're here to actually correct us for our wrongdoings. They're actually here to correct us for our wrongdoings. They're made for us to sit down, repent, think, and say, yo, I'm not going to do that no more. But with all of this stuff going on, nobody wants to sit down, all right? And nobody's even mindful of it. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's mindful of it. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. So for all of these things, you could send the worst famine, the worst plague, the worst tribulation, the worst anguish, right? Nobody's going to turn for their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. They're not even going to be mindful of why this stuff is happening. You know, it's just another day. Anyway, not even going to be stay too drawn out on this. I'm gonna just end it off and, real quick. I'm just gonna show that this is why many judgments came down. All right. Genesis 11:6, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, they have all one language. This they begin to do, and nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. All right, so, you know, nothing is restrained from their imaginations. So the angels take account of that. Oh, you know, they're letting kids make decisions. You know, it's like nothing is going to be restrained. The Lord will have to bring judgment, because it would be like it would look bad on him. Wow, this is the Most High's creation. This is really how he's gonna allow life to. So the Most High is with this. And you'll have people that actually will, see it. Well, I mean, people are doing it, so, I mean, I guess it's okay. Nah, it's not okay. All right. And the Lord, it was actually waiting for people to get it right. But since it's going to wax worse, the Lord will soon return. This is Genesis 6:5. And God saw that wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of their hearts was only evil continually. So most of the Lord's judgments is going on for what? The thought process of men. All right. And the decisions, the reasoning behind these decisions. That's why the Lord judges it. It's written, it's documented. All right. So that behavior, he's saying that is not far-fetched. That's is history, proof on these lewd thoughts and these behaviors that they bring forth judgment. The Lord flooded the whole earth because of that. The Lord confounded languages because of that. This is Tobit chapter 4, verse 13. Now, therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness, all right, that's a lewd act. That's a naughty behavior. That's a naughty child. And those are naughty parents allowing that. Okay, for it says, in lewdness is decay. So what's going to happen? There's going